I respect Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 more than any of you. Why do I say that? I'm the only one who noticed. This small detail that informs so much of JJK, cursed energy, and Yuji as a protagonist. I've literally never seen this pointed out anywhere, not in reactions, not in comments to reactions. You know what I'm going to talk about, but where exactly does it happen? Not happen, it never happened. Think back to episode 24. Nope, not the double black flash, I know that's the one thing you got from this episode, but pay attention here.
国戦を決めると術師は一時的にアスリートでいうゾーンに入った状態になる。くそっ呪詛開始の術式ではなかったのか。ごめん。
Yuji goes through with a punch, and it flashes blue. Now, why is that? Nanami's speech in the lead-up to the punch seems like it's literally setting Yuji up for a black flash, but that just doesn't happen. Hey, why is it even there? In the scene, this monologue was actually for Nobara's resonance proc after her black flash, and I checked by reading the manga chapter, so I'm correct. But for core characterization, Yuji not ripping a black flash here is possibly one of the most underrated and unnoticed writing choices ever made in a shonen manga. Now, don't get me wrong, Esso's ass was grass, black flash, or tack mash, but back that shit up. Why does it matter that Yuji chooses not to unleash his burly load onto Esso? You see, it's not even a matter of choosing to or not. In this moment, Yuji can't. The Black Flash is a technique that requires total concentration. It forces the sorcerer into a zone that brings them closer to the core of cursed energy. And Yuji has already experienced this zone before, with his Connect 4 bullshittery straight after learning the technique. It's been proven that he's one of the most compatible sorcerers with it, and prior to this punch, he had already landed one on that day, giving him access to that zone of total concentration. But he didn't. What happened here? Why am I scrambling to make this video before Season 2 progresses any further and kicks my shit in with the bigger truths that I got all wrong? You see, there was one major change in between punches. Yuji and Nobara found out that the death painting duo were human. There's the rub. Hey, to pull off a black flash, you kinda have to have zero regard for whatever's on the other side, huh? This functionally shuts off Yuji's will to fight Esso, as there's now too much on his mind when going for the punch, not the least of which being how to give this human a proper death. And that's the thing with black flashes, they are an entirely selfish technique. No empathy can be spared for the receiving end. And if the black flash gets you closer to the core of cursed energy... Oh! This is the moment where it all clicks into place. Cursed techniques, the black flash, domain expansion, and Megami's perspective change in regards to it. Yuji's entrance exam, Sukuna's demands when he first wakes in Yuji's body. It's all so self-serving. The bottom of the well of cursed energy is greed. Wanting it all for yourself, or preserving that self that's on top. At the expense of anyone else, even the ones you might want by your side. The concept of you prevails in sorcery. Even explaining your techniques to make them stronger is either done out of desperation to gain more power, or confidence in the strength that you have. Really, the main thing that doesn't connect here is Yuji. Yuji is incredibly conscious of other people, struggling and hesitating every time he has to dramatic finish another human. He's physically strong, but has no potential for cursed energy until he becomes Sukuna's vessel. And how exactly did he become the vessel for Sukuna, if that is the case? Compared to the vile selfishness Sukuna commands, Yuji had nothing. He just suffered the loss of his only caretaker, he was risking himself to save his club members, there was no greed or merit to himself that led to him swallowing Sukuna's finger. Yuji was completely vulnerable. And his vulnerability is the key to Jujutsu Kaisen. Yes, I did have an excellent professor for English 101. He was the head of the department, and he was better than yours! Yuji's strong willingness to accept anything at this moment overpowers Sukuna's will to deny him. It's not that good, life-saving vulnerability that leads to open communication either. It's an emptiness that claws and grasps at straws waiting for anything to come and fill it. Yuji swallows a beast beyond his comprehension, because it was better than sitting around waiting for life to pass him by. This is the impetus for Yuji's selfishness, and it only continues to grow and be nurtured by... I can only describe these as canon events. There isn't much that Yuji struggles with in the way of developing cursed energy, but every time he hits a wall is when he has to use it to kill another human. I don't think it's considered enough that all these other sorcerers pretty resolute in the fact that killing people is just another way to get what they want. It's in this regard, too, not just because of sorcery, that normal boy Yuji is thrown into a world beyond him. And it's that thrashing, improving, hesitating, fucking around and finding out that is Jujutsu Kaisen. Yuji's internal struggle between his own muddled truths and a universe that denies them. His vulnerability combined with his new strength gets him emotionally devastated and puppeted around by those with bigger plans for him. Rest assured, legacy, confidence, and even love have their shared roots in greed. But to have a fundamental compassion for your fellow man is not something compatible with the realm of Jujutsu. That's why I love this scene, and Yuji as a whole. Each decision on this path may drag him further down the line of greed, but it's in moments like this where he's still fighting, still pulling his punches, still wishing for the world that should exist instead of assimilating into the world that does. It's one small little scene with an even more minuscule detail, one that isn't noticed by most who watch it. But that's Yuji. He's looked at only as the vessel for Sukuna, only as an exorbitantly strong goofball with nothing behind the eyes, only as a mid-main character that got outshined the second the movie came out. But there's still a fire inside him that he leverages against the entire world, in search of his right when no one else will be. Who knows, besides manga readers, where this path will take him? It might have been a single moment in an episode that's overshadowed by the rest of it, but I want to believe this is one where normal boy Yuji shines through the brightest.
言って